What's up, Cancer? Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time, welcome. Welcome back home. Welcome into the portal. This is going to be a general collective message. I've already said my prayer before the video started. I do like to do that in private. Sending you so much love. Let's go ahead and get a message for you from Spirit. What does your higher self want you to know? I am a part of the collective, but this message is for you and not for me. How have you been doing during these major activations? I just saw the Sun and the Ten of Cups. I feel like you are definitely on your way to some really fulfilling experiences. I feel like you have been doing the work. If you're here at this channel, you've definitely been, look, the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. You're someone who has really been going within, who's been seeking deeper answers, who has, again, been curious. You're willing to change your mind. You're pliable at this time. And the heartbreaks, the disappointments, the things that you have experienced have opened your heart up in order to walk forward into all that the divine has for you, that is destined for you. So if you haven't already, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. One more deep breath. So let's go ahead and tap into the energy. High Priestess, the Hanged Man. Wow. Okay. We've already got 3 2s here, so 2 2 2 could be significant. I'm even feeling like 3 6 and 9 energy from this. I feel like you have definitely been, you're getting like more into your creative energy. You're seeing through the veil. You're perceiving life on a completely new level. You already are so spiritual. I'm also getting divine counterpart here. Like you're in this High Priestess energy, and like what you don't see coming, the energy, the underlying energy is the Hierophant. And these are the 2 spiritual teachers of the deck. So you could be really developing your spiritual gifts, and someone connected to you could be as well, especially with all of the 2s. This could be related to another person, but even just in regards to you, you are really tapping into your intuition and learning from Spirit. I'm getting like as if you're really being like a student of the divine, so that you can shift your perspective, looking at life from a completely new angle. And what amazing things are you able to co-create with a perspective that not everyone sees? You're coming into this sustainable level of emotional fulfillment. Like you have been working so hard on yourself, and emotionally you are becoming more grounded. You've been having to make a lot of choices. It feels like you've been, and I said this in the last reading, almost like moving through life with your eyes closed. But your spiritual eye is so open, and you're feeling your way through. You're making decisions based off of how does it feel? How does it feel to your mind? How does it feel to your spirit? How does it feel in your emotional body? It seems like there's a lot of decisions as far as like what direction you can go in. So there's been a lot of changes happening in your life, and you're seeing how it was all necessary, and at the same time you're still sitting at this place where you're deciding which way to go. I mean, this is really powerful energy at the bottom of the deck. I mean, I just can't even begin to explain, but the fact that we have the High Priestess here at the bottom of the deck, not only do we have the Hierophant, but we also have the Emperor and the Empress. And when I tell you how much I was shuffling these cards before we started this reading, so the fact that divine counterparts are here, like this is you. So whether you're masculine or feminine, like this skin suit does not matter. But you are in this High Priestess energy. You have been really coming into your divine feminine, attracting, magnetizing, receiving, being receptive to the universe. And at the bottom of the deck, we have this Hierophant and the Emperor Empress. I really don't, there's so many love readings out on YouTube and in the tarot community. A lot of people talk about love. So my intention for these readings is for it to always be about you. Specifically, how are you healing? How is the collective healing? When it comes to healing Cancer energy, it's healing within your identity, how you see yourself, your authoritativeness in life, and also where are you harming yourself based off of your shadows that have not been integrated, that maybe there's shadows that we've been avoiding. There's this whole concept that I have that Cancer is the first sign of the Zodiac to really experience its shadow and can sometimes get stuck there. So we all have Cancer placements. So where is Cancer for you? Is it your sun? Is it your moon? Is it your rising? What house does it rule? What planets or points do you have there? Because Cancer being the nurturing mother, the womb, I do believe that as a collective, we are really healing that energy, masculine and feminine combined. So this is really special for you to have all of the most powerful masculine, feminine, perfectly integrated. I'm really just amazed at this. So let's get it. And then even underneath that, you have the Six of Wands and the Star card. So there's a lot of healing and victory that you have on the way. So let's tap into what are the decisions that it is, because since I've been doing these readings, the energy of the two has been very prominent in your reading. So I'm really picking up on the energy of this collective that I read for, and there's something very specific that the divine is talking to you about in regards to your decisions. So let's get some more clarification on that. Spirit, what are the decisions that the Cancer collective is facing? The Eight of Swords in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Three of Wands. I'm just going to take it in reverse, and at the bottom of the deck we have Temperance. So you really balancing your spirit and body, as above, so below. I'm getting even your imagination, how do you see yourself internally versus how is your outer reality mirroring that back to you. So with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you've been working on your limited thinking, when it comes to getting out of your head having equal give and take, being more balanced in your body, being more grounded, and that reflecting in your spirit. So even with the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands next to each other, you can see the mirroring happening in the numbers. And this is still taking me to twin flame energy, because the yin energy being the pentacles and the masculine, the yang energy being the wands. So we have this mirroring happening between masculine and feminine energy, between the yin and the yang. So when it comes to balancing equal give and take, reciprocity, and also stability and homecoming, passion, creativity. So this is showing again the same thing with the Temperance card, balancing spirit and body, balancing your will and your emotions. And I think that what's really affecting that is this energy of healing the heart that has been taking place. And ultimately, it's for you to get to this Ten of Pentacles, this legacy, this abundance, this home, this family. We also have the Three of Wands. So we have mostly masculine energy here with the swords, the Eight of Swords, and then the Four and the Three of Wands. Waiting for your ships to come in, being on a journey, like being committed to the process. Empress energy when it comes to the energy of the three, nurturance, having a system, nurturing the process, nurturing your spirit as you're waiting for something. Very interesting as well that we have the 2, 3, and the 4 of Wands. That procession, like you're really moving forward on something. But the block, the 2 and the 4 are in the upright. But the block is with the nurturing the journey. It's with the process. Maybe you're struggling with really leaning into the process. And this is 9 Wands, like wounded warrior energy. It's like you're tired. You're tired, but it's like you're almost done. The 5 of Wands, like going through the chaos and the confusion, like the 5 of Wands is not here, but we did see the 6 of Wands earlier in the bottom of the deck energy. So the confusion and the chaos is necessary to get to the victory, the validation, the success. You're right where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be within your process. Give me some more clarity on this 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. So when it comes to where you want to invest, and also maybe being like a little bit argumentative about your limitations, I think the block within the 8 of Swords reverse, you really walking out, releasing these karmic negative thought patterns that are just limiting you, and it's self-sabotaging. It's coming from this energy of kind of looking to see like, what should I do next? You're seeing the things that you've invested in, and you're almost wanting to argue for your limitations is what I'm getting here. So the block with the 8 of Swords is you arguing for your limitations and still looking to see what is it that you really need to release and what is it that you really need to keep. The 10 of Cups is at the bottom on that. So you going through this work, and again, this is masculine, feminine. I think it's very interesting that we keep getting this duality here within the reading, this balanced energy, really. because you're working on both sides of yourself. And what you don't see coming in the underlying energy is the fact that this ultimate happiness, this abundance that the divine is going to give you, the increase comes from the divine. We can only do our part, but the true increase and level up is something that's divinely given. This is not something that you're able to control. Let's clarify the Three of Wands reversed. The Star. So there's just like some healing, like this restoration after the Tower has fallen. The Star comes after the Tower. So you've gone through some major upheaval. Things have significantly changed for you in your life, and maybe you're resisting this process because it hurt. You know, we don't like going through ego deaths. We don't, it's uncomfortable. So it's understandable that going through hard things can kind of make you clench up and close up. And that is part of the thing of Cancer energy that we can see easily, even in the glyph. It's the 6 and the 9, and it just looks like almost like two babies in a womb curled in towards each other. So sometimes I think that what can happen with Cancer energy, and this is with all of us, we all have these archetypes within us. What can happen is after going through seeing our shadow, after going through experiencing something scary, it can cause us to want to close up. So what the divine is saying is to really focus on just healing that energy. How can you assist yourself in your own restoration? How can you nurture yourself? And the Star also reduces back down to an 8. So it's interesting that we had the 8 of Swords over here in reverse, and then your clarifying card for the 3 of Wands in reverse is another 8 energy. So this is boiling back down to you having the strength and courage. And we have the King of Wands. Wow. I mean, come on. We have got the King of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Strength card, and the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So what I'm getting is very strong energy of 8. Okay, we've got 8 here. The Star boils down to another 8, and we have the 8 of Swords. That's 4. Yeah, right. 1, 2, 3. That's 4 8s already that we've seen in this reading. So this is very karmic for you. This is something that whatever you're experiencing, because this is a collective reading, so you just have to feel into this and take it how it resonates for how this applies in your life. Whatever you have been experiencing, it has required a lot of strength from you. It's very karmic. This is something that's not just from this lifetime. This is something that your soul is here to learn. This is like a very critical lesson for you on this planet, in this school of Earth, this school of life. You overcoming the resistance that you have to walking out the process, to just completing the journey, because it seems like the journey is what scares you. Making the decision, coming into the union, even the confusion and the chaos, I feel like is more normal for you. So submitting to the process, nurturing yourself throughout walking out the journey is the message that I'm getting, is what's really requiring strength. And you're going to be seen as this star. I feel like you walking out this process, it's not only affecting you. This is something that people that know you or don't know you, them experiencing this process along with you, them watching you in this process of going into this 4 of Wands, coming into this happy, stable, secure future. And even with this 4 of Wands, it's the 1111 card. It's a card that a lot of people refer to in regards to twin flames. And we saw that High Priestess, Hierophant, Empress, Emperor. I do feel like this has a lot to do with some sort of relationship in your life This could be with family, it could be with a friend, and it also could be with like a divine counterpart, a lover of yours. So standing in your strength, you are a star. Look at all of this beautiful energy when it comes to the King of Wands. I could be talking to a masculine here because it's the King of Wands and not the Queen of Wands. And there is a lot of masculine energy on the board with the wands and the swords. There is feminine energy here. Like this masculine that I'm speaking to is healing their feminine energy as well. You're bringing just enough of that feminine into the process so that it's balanced. We see 2 wands here again, High Priestess, the 11, the choice to stand in your confidence, to receive what this new beginning from the divine, this new passionate, creative project, this new passionate beginning that you want to have with this feminine. But you standing in your strength, you having the courage, you putting in that work. I just love this. I mean, you got this masculine energy here with the wands. You have the feminine energy on the strength card, but Leo energy Leo's ruled by the sun. It's really masculine. So we're already moving into the fact of understanding that this is a feminine principle that's needed. And then the Pentacles, even though there's a masculine on the card working, Pentacles is yin energy. So I'm honestly getting this perfectly balanced, and you'd have to be able to perceive it. High Priestess, you'd have to be able to perceive that it is balanced. Balanced. Justice is happening in this situation. Divine balance with truth. And with this 6 of Cups here too, I'm getting that this is like long lost love type of energy. Something that you meditate on, that you reflect on, that you have been manifesting. You and the divine has been manifesting this for you. Like this is whatever you've been going through. It's been really heartbreaking, but I mean, come on. The Judgment, the Magician, the Ace of Cups, and the Hermit. You've had to go within and find your own light, and you have it. Leo energy, you are the sun. You're creative, you're expressive, you're bold, you're passionate. You love from your heart, so big and brave. And the divine is giving you this new beginning. I mean, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, again, that balanced yin and yang polarity that the divine has provided the seed for you. And you're running with that, manifesting. And then you see Wheel of Fortune energy here with the Judgment. Like that's 3 tens. Like you're completing a cycle here. And it's been hard, it's been heavy. Double 5s, which is another 10. It's been hard, it's been heavy. You've gone through feeling confused, chaotic within your spirit, downtrodden emotionally. But the truth is really coming in here. You're coming out of this space of illusion, this place of toxicity, of unhealthy patterns. Oh my God, like, I'm so proud of you. It's probably been a little uncomfortable, but you're really making it through. You're fighting through this. You're fighting through this, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let's go ahead and get some final messages, any sort of advice, encouragement, anything that you need to know that just would continue to support you on this journey. The world, like this is a cycle that has completely wrapped up and it is starting anew. The World and the Queen of Pentacles, like you are, oh my God, I cannot make this up. Like I really do. When tarot readers say like, it's like, I cannot make this up. What are the chances? I'm shuffling the cards right in front of you. What are the chances that this is what would come out when I'm over here talking about how we saw the High Priestess and the Hierophant, the Empress and the Emperor, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. What? I feel like you're coming into divine union with yourself. I'm even like just looking at the 9 of Cups in the center of everything on the top. You are, oh my God. And then I'm even seeing like the 6 and the 9, Cancer. Cancer. All of the signs are here. That regardless of how it feels, you have been exhibiting a level of trust that you have not done in your entire life. And you are experiencing this union within yourself, this trust within yourself, this holding of yourself, because you're ready for change and you're walking through it, even with the 8 of Swords and the 3 of Wands reversed. Like, it's just talking to us about the energy. There's absolutely nothing wrong here. We're just seeing what the blocks are. We're able to see what it is that we're working through. I say we, but we're talking about you, okay? You are coming into balance within yourself, and you're coming into balance with someone. I'm getting that very strongly here. I don't even be wanting this to be love readings, but there's clearly a love that is destined for you. This is all about you. These readings, they're all about you. And so this love that's coming in is low-key all about you. You have nurtured yourself. You've nurtured yourself to the point to where this complementary energy is able to come in and do exactly that, to complement you. Because you are complete on your own, just like the 9. That is you, Cancer. You're complete on your own. And even you see these 2 pentacles here, High Priestess energy, the energy of the 2. This was a choice. This was a choice that both parties had to make. To stand on business, to do what was most important for yourself. And then the Wheel of Fortune, the 10, that is divinely appointed. That is divinely given. That is divinely orchestrated. I'm tempted to see, wow, what's behind this on both of these. So again, we have a 9 and a 6. What the heck? This is divine. Like, as far as the numbers, when we're even just looking at the numbers, it's really, really divine. The masculine has this Gemini energy behind it with the Lovers, a card of choice. The feminine energy here, and this could be you, this could be 2 different people. You have to take it how it resonates. This could be both energies within yourself. Your feminine energy is low-key feeling kind of anxious. It's like up in their head. You're feeling nervous, maybe doubtful even. That 9 energy, we saw the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, which means that what we don't see that is also present here, because we've seen everything else, is that 9 of Pentacles. So the feminine is feeling this, is feeling the 9 of Swords energy. But I think that even underneath all of that, there's this stable, secure space that's behind it. That 9 of Pentacles that we don't see. But the Lovers here with the masculine is going through, and I feel like the feminine, I want to say this too, I feel like the feminine is like holding space. That feminine is, I don't chase, I attract. So the feminine is on her throne waiting for these ships to come in. The masculine is struggling with this energy, right? Because we saw it in the reverse. The feminine is waiting for her ships to come in, but feeling anxious, feeling doubtful, even looking at the star, almost like losing hope, maybe, but holding on to it. And that energy of the 8, having the strength to hold on to hope. And the masculine is continuing to walk this journey into the heart, being willing to make the choice being willing to choose love. The feminine has to choose surrender to what she doesn't understand. And these are also both two mental energies, the swords being air energy, communication, mental. Gemini, air energy, mental, cerebral. This is all based off of how we're thinking. So that's why that 8 of Swords earlier in the reading was so critical, as that's what we're working on here. Both parties, whether you internally or within a relationship that is destined to come back together, because we've seen it multiple times here, the divine counterpart energy. It's clearly destined. I feel like this is something that the divine is adamant on happening. Whether you understand that, the other person understands that, or even you coming into divine balance and harmony within yourself, this is destined for you. It doesn't matter how much you've been fighting this, how many years you feel like you're behind. Oh, I didn't do this. I should have did this a long time ago. Oh, I don't deserve it. Even the shame, I'm picking up on the shame of things that you have not done, the shame of how long this has taken, and having to overcome that. That's even what I'm picking up here with those ego battles. It's like, oh, I've been working on this for so long. I've been working on this for so long. It's like you're defending it. You're almost justifying your limitations because it's been so long of this. You're used to it. This is your normal. This is your subconscious pattern. And that is what the divine has been cleansing. You've been going through a purification process. And it's taken all of that. It's taken all of this time. And that, I feel like, is why you're going to be looked at as a star, why other people are looking at you as this is inspirational, because there's a lot of people that don't go through the process of change because they just feel like, well, it's just been too long. The shame keeps them stuck. So you're coming into this, I can't make it up. That's what's behind the 9 of Swords, is the freaking world. What? This is so beautiful. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you've been doing some big work, big flexing in the spirit. And it may not feel like it because you over here feeling like this. You over here feeling stuck in your head, can barely sleep at night. You're feeling ashamed. You're feeling burdened. You feeling like, I don't know if this is ever going to happen. Why did I even do this? Did I make the wrong decision? Look at me. I'm sad. I'm miserable. I'm alone. It's dark. Da, 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 da. The world. The 3 energy, 21, which reduces to that 3. Like, you're low-key having a hard time in walking out this journey, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's as if the divine is just holding your hand here. I almost thought that was the King of Swords underneath for the masculine side. It wasn't. It's the Knight of Cups. Look at that beautiful, like, this is going to be something so magical. I'm really, really feeling that for you. This is something that's just so magical. And even interesting more, what I'm picking up when it comes to this connection, however this applies to you, I actually love this pairing. The Knight of Cups. I'm even getting like how a feminine, in the artistic communities, it's like waiting for your knight in shining armor. That to me is the Knight of Cups. I don't see the other knights right now. I'm trying to think of the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Knight of Wands. This to me, this is that knight in shining armor. I think I saw the Knight of Swords earlier, but to me, this is the uniform of the knight in shining armor. The one that leads with their heart, is emotionally balanced and offering love in their movement, like moving from a place of love. And the world, just vulnerable, receptive, nurturing, ready to birth even more. This connection is so freaking beautiful. Like, I can't get over it. I can't get over it. This is going to be the truth. This is going to be the truth. This is another warrior to me. Spiritual warrior. You both are. That is the energy underlying of this connection. Oh my God. It just won't stop. That is the energy underlying in this connection. You both are spiritual warriors. This was a test, because the fives, anytime we have the fives, it's like a number of testing. Okay, so we start to get into spiritual testing as soon as we come into the energy of the 4. Okay, and it goes all the way up and through to the 8s, and then it turns into something else. With the 9, you see the 1x. We're getting into learning more about the numbers and the symbolism here. So if you're attracted to these readings and you've made it this far, this is to encourage you to also become self-sustaining with your own intuition. So I'm just pointing out some of the symbolism with the cards. And as you continue to learn tarot, to explore your own intuition, these things will start to become more apparent to you. But when it comes to the 5 and spiritual testing, this connection was tested. And it needed this test in order to purify to purify you and to purify both parties. And there's this beautiful emotional beginning that is coming here. And it took a lot of work. It was no games, okay? But I feel like you're about to step into this union within yourself, this peace, love, acceptance, happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment within yourself that you've never experienced before, that is actually going to be self-sustaining, long-lasting, because this is something that you worked for. This is a skill that you have mastered. This is something that you developed through self-mastery. And it took strength and it took courage, and it's not going to go anywhere. Once you get this, once you come into union with yourself and with this divine counterpart, there's no breaking it up, because you've done the work. You've gone through the spiritual fire. You've gone through the testing and passed the test. And I say you passed the test, whether it's over or not, because it's clearly divinely orchestrated, and that's what's happening regardless. Because it's what's meant for you. It's what's destined. So, Cancer, I'm sending you so much love. I hope that this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.